Merhabalar herkese. Bugün özel bir röportajla karşınızdayız. Institute CEO'su Adeo Ressi şu an yanımızda. Hello Adeo. Very nice to see you in Istanbul. How are you doing?
Great. I just got here less than an hour ago and excited to be in Istanbul.
Oh, perfect. Okay, my first question will be, how can you describe Founder Institute?
We're an incubator that focuses on helping founders become better leaders. We want them to be the best founders in whatever ecosystem they're operating. So instead of, let's say, worrying about a company or trying to build a business, we really try to make the founders the best that they can be. So that's how we position ourselves in the world, and that's what we do.
Okay, perfect. My second question, what are the main differences between Founder Institute and the other accelerator programs, especially based in US?
Yeah, so most of the accelerators out there today have copied the Y Combinator / Techstars model. So they look for a small team of people that have a product with some traction in the marketplace, and then they give them some money, usually around 18,000 US dollars. They might also give them some space. And what I like to say is the Founder Institute, we mine diamonds, and those programs make jewelry, right? So we take people off the street who were once working professionals. They have a dream, and we help them get all of those things that the other incubators require. So we're taking people much earlier in the process. So we look for people who have strong entrepreneurial attributes. We give people a test that takes about an hour to complete, and we can actually measure how likely you are to succeed as an entrepreneur. Then based on you answering a couple questions about what you want to do and why you want to be an entrepreneur, plus this measurement of your entrepreneurial skills, we enroll you in the program and begin the journey to take you from an employee into a leader.
Founder Institute starts its first class in Istanbul like 2 months ago. How was it so far?
It's been good. So every culture is a little bit different. So I just had visited our programs in Lisbon, I visited our program in Barcelona, and now I just arrived here in Istanbul. So you see different characteristics from different founders. So in Barcelona, for example, everyone had the most beautiful slide decks ever because it's a city filled with architects and designers and creative people. And here in Istanbul, you have people who are really hardworking and focused, and they're patient. So what you're seeing are very practical, good ideas that, if executed well, could be very big businesses. And does that mean that they're any better or worse than other people in other cities? No. It's just interesting to see that the different cultures sort of inspire different kinds of business and different kinds of businesses and different kinds of approaches.
There will be a second class in Istanbul?
Yeah, we hope to have our second semester up and running by the fall. So we'll probably start enrollment over the summer into September, and we'll have some events that anyone can come to learn about the Founder Institute. One of which will be the graduation of the current class, which should happen in the March timetable.
As far as I know, there are some Turkish students who graduated from Founder Institute, right? Could you please tell us their stories?
Yeah, well, I mean, I know two stories very well because before the Institute got very big, so we operate in 40 cities right now around the world, I think 27 countries, and I used to run Silicon Valley myself, but I don't anymore because I'm traveling around the world too much. But so two very strong companies were founded in Silicon Valley by people who recently moved to the U.S. from Turkey. So one of them is a company called Udemy, Udemy. Yeah, they have a great office here in Turkey. where they have many developers, and then they have some business functions and developers in the U.S. You know, he had recently moved to America, came into the Founder Institute. We really we liked him. He had actually a group of co-founders with him, and he was working on a business directory actually at the time. And we're like, you know, this business directory thing doesn't seem like a good idea. Do you have anything else, right? Do you have any other ideas? And he's like, well, I've been working on this e-learning platform for the last year, but we kind of threw it away because we didn't think it would work. And he showed it to me, and I was like, this is one of the best things I've ever seen, and you know, it's clearly not finished. So imagine if you finish it, it's going to be incredible. So I and a group of other mentors actually encouraged Aaron of Udemy to focus on the e-learning product that he had started and turn that into a business through the program. You know, he has subsequently graduated and raised, you know, many tens of millions of dollars of venture capital from a, you know, he had a big angel round, a big Series A, and a fairly big Series B. So he is definitely one of the more successful Founder Institute graduates. But actually, so is the other one, Sahin of Movie Lala. Yeah. So Sahin, similar to Aaron, had also recently moved from Turkey and joined the Founder Institute. And he was working on this. It was originally called Gala Crashers, a business to help studios promote new movies before they hit the theaters. And you know, he like Aaron, it started slowly. We really worked with him on the business. It came out. He changed the name, and today he's closed a angel round with Mark Benioff, one of the top guys in Silicon Valley. Basically, his angel round includes the who's who of movies and the who's who of Silicon Valley, which is always a good sign, because if famous and smart people back you early on, the odds of success are much higher. So that while I think it's still very early for Movie Lala, the prospects are bright. Keep in mind that they're 2 years apart. So Aaron went through the program about almost 3 years ago, and Sahin went through the program like a year ago. So.
I guess you interested in Turkish ecosystem. What can you say about Turkish ecosystem?
So I've only been here just over an hour, but obviously long before we opened a chapter here, we had been doing research on Turkey. And in fact, the two Turkish grads that we talk about before, Aaron and Sahin, were very adamant that we consider opening a chapter in Turkey. So what I know from the research is you have incredibly strong technical talent. Both of those individuals have, or both of those companies have some technical teams in Turkey helping them, and they feel that they are some of the strongest programmers in the world. As I said earlier, the people here, from what I've seen, have very practical and good ideas that can be built into big businesses. There's some cons as well. In terms of the legal system is a little bit behind. There's some concepts like vesting that, and even just the technicalities of incorporating are a little bit expensive and cumbersome. So you know, I'd say there's a lot of pros and there's a few cons. What I like about the Founder Institute coming into a market like Turkey is there is one thing that we know to be 100% true, and that we operate in Vietnam, we operate in Colombia, we operate in countries in Egypt, we operate in countries that make Turkey look like, you know, the heaven. So what I know to be true is the following. If great companies get started, the whole ecosystem evolves very quickly. So let's say if there's a Twitter in Turkey, or a great company like Twitter in Turkey, then angels will appear, because people with money will say, hey, I want to be an angel investor and give money to this interesting company. in addition, co-working spaces will pop up because these amazing companies will need some place to go. Other incubators that will fund them will emerge because they'll say, look, there's all these great companies. And eventually, the founders of those companies will themselves become mentors. So I always look at the world in a very simplistic view. The core building block of a great startup ecosystem is a great company. And so, you know, while I think Turkey has a lot of great raw material, we'll hopefully be adding to it by creating a lot of great companies.
Okay, great. Thank you so much for the interview.
Yeah,
it was a pleasure.
Same.
Next to see you in Istanbul too.
Hopefully soon.
Okay, thank you.